Now? Okay. Okay, cool. We're
Yeah.
gonna start with Erden.
Yeah, so we missed the question.
Nobody said anything.
I
had
have
Woo!
been
mine on
muted all
mute.
the time. Same here. So
Yep.
to me, there was nothing different.
No, I'm not blaming you guys. I'm just saying if anybody else was watching, you dropped the ball there.
So
It's the
again,
special
we
lip
start with
reading
Erden.
episode.
Yeah. I don't know ASL. I'm sorry.
Jesus
Um,
Christ. No.
So, so Erden, you see your party members just all slump over, like not slump over, just like their heads fall as if they're taking a little mid-morning nap, and you see your vision fade, and all of you hear in unison the this this is interesting. And Erden, when your vision fades, it goes into like a small, like you don't ever lose focus. It just darkens and it comes back. And in front of you sits a figure you've somewhat seen before when you drank the primordial screen. You saw gothic arms, you saw Asher's shoulders, and you saw a hooded figure. But instead of having those mixed features, it is this hooded figure, somewhat distorted and convoluted. And it's just standing there with you in this darkness. And it goes, "So, you have lots of questions about a certain someone or something, who she may be. I am all-seeing. I am a deity after all. I'll give you one question about her, and I will expel my knowledge, as it so be, about anything about Bellarula."
So I'm guessing you're Brian. Nice to
I
meet
go
you.
by Brian. I go by Mr. Voice. I go by the Liberator. Your mother calls me something else, but that's another story entirely.
This is awkward, but okay. Uh, well, I guess my biggest question is, what does she want with me?
That's a loaded question, isn't it, Mr. Solak? So let us see here. What does Bellarula want from you? Just give me a moment. Make yourself at home. And you see the darkness just shift into this nice, lovely cabin. You're at a table. There's a cup of tea in front of you. And it's just peaceful. It's like a hunting cottage, if you will. And you're just left alone with him being gone. You wait about 5 to 10 minutes. And you're starting to think, like, did Prey just trap me in a fucking cabin in my mind? There's nothing I can do about it. And you just hear a door open, and you see it's got the automatic closer. And when you turn around, you see Brian is there, and he's covered in a bit of snow, and just like shakes it off, and goes, That was a bit more frustrating than I hoped. From what I could gather from my intelligence and my omnipotence, because I am a god and I know everything, Bellarula's fortified herself a bit since last she was in my purview. I just hear like something in the background. I think it's my chair just squeaking, and I think it's somebody opening the door. Again, and you hear, and he goes, what she wants with you is strange, because What you have, many would consider a curse, many would consider an affliction, many would consider mutation. But what you have is, how to put this lightly, let's not beat around the bush. Your DNA is infused with ancient civilization DNA, if that makes sense. There's a civilization that used to be part of this world. It disappeared. We've no idea where it is. We know it's on Zahadriel, that's about it. The information has been scrubbed from the records, if you will, and it seems that in your biological creation, with the deal that your father struck, and your mother, because she was part of it too, you are a third elf, a third human, and a third whatever this ancient civilization used to be. It would seem that she needs you for something involving that civilization. Now, what it is, what it has to do with her, is what she's scrubbed. I can keep digging, but I would need something in return. I'm not just gonna give you my services for free. So what are you offering me, Mr. Solak? What do I get in return for giving you information?
I mean, what would you like? I'm not sure how. I'll be honest. I'm not sure how this whole talking with a deity offering and whatever works.
How about this? You will owe me a favor. I will put my greatest mind on this, and we'll find some information. We'll find some stuff out. But when I come knocking, Mr. Solak, I expect you to answer.
That sounds fair.
So that's all I can give you. Just enjoy your tea, and once we're done with the rest of your friends, we'll all send you on your merry way. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Perfect. And you see he opens the door and he goes, I need my greatest mind on a task. Yes, pull him from the field. Put him in the northern hemisphere of Zahadriel. Get him to bother the fuck out of Bellarula. I don't care how he does it. Get Asher to piss that bitch off. And he closes the door. And Erden, you're left alone, and you just see poke.
Hey, can you tell me about this stuff?
What do you want with Erden?
Have you heard about the
And Erden, you're...
I can show you the world, baby.
So you're left alone in this cabin, and it seems like when you're like, oh, I'm somewhat hungry, your favorite food appears, and it just seems like you're catered to beyond what is necessary. And that is where we leave Erden. Artemis, you, not being very constitutional, as soon as you take this bead, you're out and you wake up. And when you wake up, you are in... It's not your vision that first takes you. It's the smell. Oh, you know this smell. It's tickled your senses, and when you smell it, there's coffee, and then there's this smell for Artemis. This is the smell of old books, text, things that haven't seen the light of day in a while. And when your eyes adjust, you are in a dimly lit library. It is massive. It is huge. Something that's weird, all the books are like a deep purple. Like usually you can tell different books by this one is all just purple bindings as far as the eye can see. You look up and it seems as if the library just winds up and then circles back, but when you look around it just looks like it keeps going forever. And
upon opening a book, does it play Smoke on the Water? Just to Deep Purple.
Deep Purple.
Sorry.
Deep Purple. Thank you. You needed that one. So you are sitting there and you just smell the books and it's just you're titillating. You want to open all of it and you just see a figure sitting in front of you. Again, hooded, purple robes, same as Erden has seen. And again, just obfuscating their features. And they go, "Well, I haven't seen much of you, but you are hungry for knowledge, my dear friend. And that is what I offer you. But there are restrictions. This is my personal collection of knowledge. Some of these books will drive your young mind mad. So, tell me, Mr. Snow, what is a piece of information you crave? What is something that will make what will make you remember me forever? What can I offer?"
That's not ominous at all. Hold on. Artemis is thinking because he's a thinker. So, why is that so small? My eyes, I cannot read. Sorry. I fit too much text on my character sheet, and it's just like the size of the Bible text. Like it's just like.
Oh, you mean like the terms and service of reading the Bible?
That's right. That's right. This is pretty much it's probably as big as the font of terms and service for Mr. Voice. It's just like, yes, you have all the thing you want, but you have to do this, and if you do it otherwise, you'll die. Okay. Do you know
The Muffin Man?
the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
Yes, I do know the Muffin Man.
Thank you. That's the information. Bye.
Have you heard of a landmass that no one knows about? That's obscured and no one can seem to find. Maybe you've been around a little bit longer than some. No offense, you don't. I can't tell. You don't look old. Maybe. But do you know of such a place?
You wish. I tried to pierce your mind, Mr. Snow. Bit complicated, that doodad you have, isn't it? And he looks at your hand.
Oh, I have the ability to make it invisible, so it's you can't see my hand. You don't see it on my finger at all.
I don't see your hand. Where's your hand, Mr. Fowl?
It's Mr. Snow, not Artemis Fowl.
Artemis Fowl. I know, you're not a lawyer from the South. He looks at you and goes, "It's hard to break into that cranium of yours. Must be allergic to the plumage. But you wish to seek knowledge of the twin, do you? The sister that everyone's forgotten. The abandoned child."
I believe so. I've not been able to find knowledge calling it that per se, and I'm just gonna, in the middle of conversation, just take out my book and be like, the sister, the twin, and just put like the little like notes of the different names that you've referred the continent as, or I think is that just a landmass?
Yeah. And he looks at you and he goes, "I will give you information you seek about this land, Mr. Snow, but it comes with a warning. There was another before you who seeked such knowledge. Knowledge is power. And absolute power corrupts absolutely. Be careful how deep you dive. So what do you want to know about this landmass, Mr. Snow?
Is are there any ways to get to it? Is travel to it that is it obscured by magic? Must you teleport there? Do you sail there? Do you fly there? I don't. Is it up, down, left, right, center? I don't know where to go.
I think this will be your greatest source of information, because I've got other people to meet. I'm a busy man, a deity. And he just goes like this, and like waves his hand. You just see a book. He catches it, puts it, opens it, and you see that it's like a false book. So he has a book within a book, and as he opens, he goes, "I go for an aesthetic here, and everything has to match." And he pulls out a very worn journal, and this journal looks old. It is weather worn. It is bound. You can see that it's stained. It is traveled. And he goes, "Now, this here is the journal."
I'll look over the corner of my eye.
Yeah, same here. Is the journal of the other who spoke like you. This
You know him?
That's not what you asked for. I can put this book back and give you the information there. It's your choice.
No.
Okay. This is valuable information. Knowledge is power. You know that, Mr. Snow. This comes with a heavy, heavy price. What are you willing to give me that I don't already have? There.
I don't. I lost all my coin. I don't know where that went. I don't think. I mean, coin is probably not important to you. I don't know. I don't. I can only offer my knowledge. I don't know. What do you require from me, sir?
Interesting. I know exactly what I want from you, Mr. Fowl. Mr. Snow, I don't know. There's a man I know from the south. His name is Artemis Fowl. He's a lawyer. He defended this person, and it was a very good film. That's why it's in my mind all the time. And he goes, for this book, with all its knowledge, it is valuable, and it is pricey. I would say it's a favor, but there will be a command spoken to you when I deemed... Oh, that's the one. Yeah, shit, that's why. That's the one. Sorry, Jordan. Thank you. He goes, I will give you this knowledge. His journal. His recollection of what he saw. But if you get there, there will be a command spoken to you. And the price is, if you do not do said command, I will kill you. Your soul will not see an afterlife, and you will meet the same end as Prey's ancient patron.
I don't know what happened to him. Judging by your tone, it does not seem rather pleasant.
As you say that, he opens like it's like a little like a little window where you can see like an orb, and you just see a Rakshasa getting waterboarded by what seems like two minor deities, and he's just constantly getting waterboarded. And he goes, "That."
Uh, uh, just like not knowing how to react to the social situation. Just like, oh, um, okay.
Take on it.
I'll take the hand that doesn't have the ring and
Makes
extend.
sense. And as you shake his hand, you see it, just a purple like energy go through your vein and up your arm, and then you feel something just coil around your heart. And he goes,
If you do not do its one command, one request, when I deem necessary, and if it is not carried out, you will die on the spot, and nothing will bring you back.
"Here you go," and he throws the book in front of you, and he goes,
Have fun!
and he disappears.
I'm gonna be like, oh, can I have a fake cover for this? Oh no, you're gone.
You're gonna open the book?
Not now. I want
Okay.
to. I'm fighting every single impulse to open the book right now, but now is not the time and place. This has to be done secretly while no one's watching me, much like masturbation.
Woo! And we cut to Prey and Balder and Daedra. You guys all come to in this beautiful cabin made of wood. Daedra is in between Balder and Prey. You guys are free to move around. Daedra is restrained to a chair. And Mr. Voice appears in front of you. Not obfuscated, not anything. You can see his pale skin, his gaunt face, and he's just like,
Well, Boulder, it's a pleasure to meet. Well, should I call you Boulder or fake Boulder? I don't know anymore. This is very interesting to me.
Definitely Balder.
Boulder it is.
And nice to meet
So-
you, Brian.
You could, if you want to call me something else, you definitely can. That is not a problem. I go by many names.
I've heard Prey say it too much. I don't think I could.
All right, Brian it is. Daedra, it's a pleasure.
and Daedra's just fucking staring at him. He goes,
So, pray, thank you for bringing your friends to me.
Oh, well, I thought we might as well have a tea party or something. I heard tea is one of the letters, I'm not sure.
Your Odin and Artemis are having their own look about and having their own things. I thought it'd be good to just discuss what needs to happen next between the warriors here. Boulder being the tactician, Prey being the murder machine he is, and
Thank you.
Daedra, the soldier who needs to come home.
and Daedra's just sitting there. Not just staring and listening, not saying a word.
Now, Daedra, I need you to do what you do best. Usurp, take over, and lead the charge. And I am asking you, by having these two gentlemen here as your right and left hand, basically, Prey being the murder machine, Boulder having an inside look to the military construct and how the city used to work before war times. Is there anything else you boys would like to add to your resume?
I'm quite tall, but Boulder's a bit taller. Okay, do we put those things on a resume?
We will. You've got two tall people.
Yes.
They can see over your head.
Let's do that. Tall. Very competent.
Boulder, you've got anything to add?
Sorry, coughing. We were the champions of the
The gauntlet!
the gauntlet. Yes, thanks. I could not think of it.
Yeah, we did win that. Yeah, easily. The, easy champions. Or something. I don't know.
I didn't know you were easy, Prey. That's great. Talk to you later.
Well, I'm not hard.
The table just lifts
Right
a
now?
bit. Daedra, do you have anything to add? And Daedra just goes, how do I know that once we're done doing whatever we're doing right now, that we usurp Laramsis, we get rid of anyone in our way, and we have the capital under our control, thanks to the gifts you give, that you just won't do what you did last time and let us all take the fall for it, take all the stuff you gave us away, and then leave us to fend for ourselves with nothing. Well, blind faith is called blind faith for a reason, Daedra. Prey is given full-heartedly into it, and ask him, have I let you down yet?
You lift me up, something prayed up. You lift me up, something horns.
Josh Groban's on stream going, I need to steal this song. Boulder, from what you've seen from my followers, have I seen to let them down when they need me?
Not that I have seen, though we did see Asher fall.
His death was a miscalculation. How was I to know that the elk that Prey hunts were some fiendish offspring that were out of control? I thought they were just fucking elk like the rest of you, so I'm not one to blame here. And he was the cleric.
Yes, all the elk are like that. My clan single-handedly killed many of those before.
Daedra, what do you need to join us? To join Team Brian? To wear the purple hat one more time? Daedra looks at his wrist and go, you could untie me for one. And then the ropes just disappear. Daedra just like sits and thinks. Brian, you're a man of ultimatums, are you not?
Ultimatums.
I'm a man.
All tomatoes. No bacon, no lettuce, just tomato sandwiches with tomatoes on top.
Ew.
Nothing but tomato, baby. And ketchup as the garnish. And he goes, "You're a man of completes and ultimates. So how about this? This right here," and he points to Prey, "seems to be your biggest follower right now. The man who will carry your torch around the world with his friends, who I'm sure you've promised greatness to. How about this? If you turn your back on me again, or on him, or on him, or on any one of us that you pulled in to this little charade, every ounce of power you have gets dumped into the one that they lost. Sacrifice your deitium, your status, your power to the rabbit. As he says this, you feel the realm, all of you feel the realm just shake. And not like with fear, just with anger. And he goes, I'm I'm a kind and benevolent deity, and I do as my followers wish. Pray, how does that sound to you?
Okay, I just want to recap that if you, Brian, intentionally fuck us up, like, oh, no, I'll take power away or something, you're agreeing right now that if that happens, you cease being a deity and all your powers go to Asher.
Basically, I would be the saint, and Asher would now be Brian.
Ashian. We'll have to work on that. Can I do an insight check?
On Brian or on Daedra?
On Brian.
You can certainly try.
That is an 8.
He said the words. Your word is your bond.
Well, Daedra, that sounds perfectly good to me.
I wasn't planning on ever betraying any of you. This kind of... I will add a clause. Say you decide to push my buttons and test the limits of my patience and enrage me beyond what anyone else would put a normal deity through. Because my communion with my believers are in forth. I tend to have an open door policy. You talk to me, I'll talk to you back. But if you push your fucking luck, I have the right to imply consequences and penalties to the forces that are given. How does that sound, Prey?
So okay, just to recap, I just want to make sure, because these are big words, big meaning, big important things. If we betray you, or not necessarily betray, but don't listen necessarily, we get punished in a similar fashion?
If I betray you, I will cease to be a deity and relinquish power to Asher. On the flip side, you now have that. So you may try to push your luck with what I am willing to give and what I am willing to do. I am still a fucking deity. I still demand respect.
And I'm not saying you will, Prey. You're a good boy.
Oh, thank you.
I'm looking at Daedra. And Daedra's got a bit of a shit-eating grin. She's like, I know you. You're a man of words and wit. If I give you this free range, you will push everything to the limit. So, as you say that I shall relinquish everything to Asher, I will let Asher be the arbitrator in all cases. If I feel you're pushing your luck, Asher and his chosen followers, as the wall behind you just falls, you see Eldath, you see Prey's tribe, you see the water elemental deity, you see all the I don't like this. You see all the people that Asher have brought into under Mr. Voice's leadership. He goes, now, they all have gifts that I've given them. I've given them freedom and liberties. If they deem that you are pushing your fucking luck, I have the right to deal with so as I see fit. Take away your powers, because that's considered fucking you over. But there may be bad luck coming your way. Does that sound acceptable to you, 3?
Yep.
Boulder?
Seems reasonable enough.
Majority rules. And Daedra's just like, fine. It's what it is. And you see Mr. Voice kind of like, as you guys are doing this, like, you see that his head is kind of cocked. And he goes, something is happening.
That is called
Someone-
arousal. Oh.
No. Trust me, you'll know when I'm aroused, Prey.
Oh no.
Little tickle in the back of your neck.
A little dickle, you said?
Oh, yes,
You're gonna sit in the back of his throat for a second. I was just like, whoa.
And he just not. What's your passive insight, Balder and Prey?
10.
10.
Oh, Mr. Voice has something. A look you've never seen on him, and you can't discern what it is. He goes, someone is doing something. There are moves being made that I can't control. I need to send you back, all of you.
Oh god. Oh god. Okay, let's go.
Nice meeting you.
Pleasure, Boulder. Here's my card. And he kind of just gives you a bead. And he goes, if ever you want your mistress to commune with a gentleman, just take that before bed. And we'll spark a conversation. Maybe show her a bit of the freedoms I have to offer.
Thanks. I'll just put it in my pocket.
You now have a bead of liberation. And he goes, all right, time to wake up. And you guys all just, you all wake up, and like, it seems to be exactly as you left it. Like, it seems like you guys just went just down and out and down and up. Like, just you nodded your head. No time change, no anything. But I would say Erden, because you have the highest passive perception, you would be the first to hear it. You begin to hear screams. Not like one woman screaming or like one guy screaming. You hear like blood-curdling screams coming from the market. And then as you pinpoint that it's coming that way, all of you hear coming from where the ring is, then from further down into the city. It seems that everywhere around you, there's screams just starting.
of fear. And then as you guys are sitting at this cafe taking this all in, you just see a wave of people, not just like charging towards you, but like just like fleeing the center of the market and running towards roads. And that's when you start hearing distinct sounds through the screams. Just glass shattering. I know. I realized that the Discord wasn't picking it up. So you just hear glass shattering at various locations. And then as the crowd is like you guys are still behind a little 2-foot wall. So people are like kind of like herding sheep. They're running and like skirting around it to leave. And that is when you see it. You just see a probably like, I want to say a moonshine jug, so like that size, just in the air, just and then just smashing in the middle of the crowd. And where it smashes, people were there, and then probably around 20 people are gone. And the screams are just... You hear the cries dying out as you now see in the sky just different gleams of light flying. And as where it fell, the crowd broke up and like people are now running backwards away from it. And you just see a black, thick liquid just and just starting to emerge and congeal as you see tendrils whip out and just smoke buildings. And as it smokes a building, you can see just sizzling happening. And then the building just collapse, and it's just reaching and swinging at the crowd. And you can see that it's happening at various locations throughout the city as these jugs are just falling from the sky. What would you guys like to do?
So, is it my understanding that this thing was in the jug?
Yes.
Okay.
And you can see just more flying through the sky towards the city.
Erden, do you want to take a look? Like, go up? Or, Artemis, you go!
I was gonna say I take to the air and just
Jug to the face.
As you,
Reaction to this?
Deja's just looking around like, what the fuck? Like, this cool, calm, and collected person you've seen is now just panicking. Like, this is completely out of the ordinary. Artemis, as you take off to the sky, being that you are raised in a military family, you understand siege tactics. There are usually things projectiled in. You also know there is a code of war, that certain things aren't done. So you look and you're expecting to see just like brutes hucking these over. But what you see is the jugs aren't being thrown over the wall. You don't even need to go the full length up. You like just skirt above the wall and you can see that it's birds just flying. And just as they get close, dropping these jugs. And you look and you can see that they're not just happening at one spot at the front. It is happening all over the city. These things are just being dropped. And you just hear screams, and you see in the distance just more buildings, just people screaming. You look down, you see people that this falls on. Like somebody's running, and the jug just shatters on their head, and they collapse. And where the ooze just lands, you see it begin to corrode as it just whips and grabs a person and drags it in, and you just see them just envelop where the bubble was, and they're gone. Nothing remains.
what?
As this is happening, you all begin to feel drops of water hit the ground as this somewhat not dreary but overcast day, the clouds darken and it seems that rain, big rain, is on its way.
Can I roll a nature check?
You can roll a nature check if you will, if you want to.
Natural 1, I think -1. That's yeah. That's a 0 for nature check.
So Prey, you go there and you're just like, Lish, I have to contact the greatest man of all time, Ollie Williams. What is the forecast? And you sit and you hear a voice in your head go, it's the rain! My favorite Family Guy quote of all time.
As soon as you said Ollie Williams, I was like,
Yo, rain.
So, men of the Gill, Daedra, Artemis, let's, what's going on? What do we do?
can I see from where I am standing, or flying, I should say, does the rain look acidic? Is it, am I being hurt by the rain as it's like starting to...
No, it just seems that it's starting to rain a bit heavier. And it's not just all of a sudden, like, it's just, it seems like there's just a weather front developing on top of the Crimson Capital.
Oh, we should.
Miss, could you roll a dexterity saving throw?
Oh no, oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Dirty 19.
Dirty 19. You are flying and you're trying to take this all in. You're looking about and you realize you're like, I'm taking too much in, and you look up and you see a bird fly over you, and you see the jug get dropped, and you go back and you see it drop and just smoke right in front of the men of the Gill. The 2-foot wall in front of you is now beginning to corrode as this... You fought enough of these to know. An ooze is just... and just grabs the table, pulls it in, and is just...
No pun intended. Artemis, fight or flight.
Fly?
I will cast fly on myself, and I'll be like,
Daedra, can you fly?
and I'll grab Balder, if you will let me, and I'll try to fly.
I'm not gonna fight you.
Okay, so, Daedra goes, no, I can't.
Erden, grab him.
And I'll take off with Balder.
So you
Uh-uh.
can take off with...
I'll look at
Balder.
Daedra and I'll say, I guess we're taking it to the skies, and I'll activate my wings. And I'm like, you want to ride?
I can show you the world. And you guys take to the sky. As you guys fly, you are looking about and you see soldiers. How high are you guys flying over the walls? Because
I want to fly just high enough that I can get over them, or like land on them. I am not flying higher than I have to just be like shot out of the sky and fall to my death.
I'll follow the native flyer.
With my
Okay.
glorious wings, just like...
as you guys are flying, you are taking in the scene of these black oozes just tearing down. Like, you're flying. Which way are you flying towards? Where are you going?
Towards, because the castle, the keep itself is kind of barricaded, isn't it? Like it's...
Yes, it's more southern. You guys are near the gate, and it is at the most southern port of the capital.
My instinct would be to go and seek a refuge. As I'm flying, be screaming like, refugee! Refugee!
I don't have wings. I just fly
Okay.
magically while holding Balder.
How long does yours last, Prey?
An hour.
Okay.
I think maybe 10
And
minutes,
yours are-
but I'll double check.
Yeah, double check just to be sure. Okay.
10 minutes.
Okay. I'll say by the time Prey's flight begins to wear off, you guys have made it past the like broken down considered the poor district, but everyone's equal here. But like where the old city that was destroyed was rebuilt, and you've made it to somewhat of the more modernist, kept up city. As you fly, you are seeing these oozes just eviscerate. Like Prey killing 50 people was bad. It was quick and painless. It was fire gone. This is slow. It is painful. You hear screams. You see people running, and like a building has fallen because these oozes have eaten through the foundation. It's blocked off, so they run through the alleys. And as they run through the alleys, and you guys are watching, you see not Crimson Capital guards, another opposing force. It's hard to make details out because it's small alleys and you're flying fast over it, but you can see these people are running into the alleys just being slaughtered. And it is, if it's not an opposing force, they get taken by the oozes. At the 10-minute mark, when Prey's flight starts to wear off, and you guys, where are you guys landing?
So
Well, if we can get behind the walls, I would suggest behind the walls. But if we
10
can't,
minutes will not. 10 minutes would not get you to to the walls, because you're constantly having to evade. Like, I'm making this like you guys found a way around this, so like you're taking your time, because if you're just beelining it, you're gonna get smoked by one of these jars. So you're like taking your time to evade and dodge the projectiles coming down towards you. You've made it from the poor district to the not the high end, but like blue collar district, I'll call it.
So, just to clarify, you said there was not Crimson Capital forces, other forces just going through alleys and fucking taking out people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, it's hard to tell unless somebody wants to roll a perception check. It would be a very high DC, because again, it's like when you're driving on the highway and you're trying to focus on a tree. Just
I mean, I'm just being dragged, so yeah, I'll do a perception check while I'm just being carried along.
yeah, roll a perception check. It's going to be a high DC.
14.
14. You can take a minute to look. It doesn't match any armor you've seen within the Wildlands. Within your military training and ranking, you have never seen this armor within the Wildlands army.
Never mind. It's meta for me to ask someone if they know what it is.
Okay, so you, where are you guys landing? Where are you guys landing?
Ideally,
Safely.
away from people. Yeah. If there's a clear,
So-
like not necessarily clearing, but somewhere where there's no one currently.
Okay, so your choices are: you can either land right in the main path, like the main area, like the way you guys have walked back and forth through the city. Like, there's usually that main drag that will take you exactly to one point to the other. There are many different side alleys, or there's rooftops. Those are your options.
well, rooftop is not good for anybody who doesn't have any ranged weapons.
I'm thinking alley.
Can we do a combination of the two? Like, I would,
Rooftop
I
alley?
can. Well, no, like I could stay on a rooftop, but like close to where they are, and I can
Oh, yeah,
always
yeah,
just
sure.
like float down if I need to, right? So
Yeah, so
let's
sure.
do that.
So, okay, so you guys duck down in an alley. Daedra is just like, he's taking a minute. He's like, okay, I've got people. I've got a whole network, but like we can find somebody that works for me. It could be positive, but again, who's doing this? Why are they doing it? Like, I can help you as much as I can, but right now I'm just getting my powers back. I don't know how long it's going to take Brian to recharge me, per se. I'm relying on you guys.
Yeah, wireless charging does take a bit longer. Do you... you don't recognize these people at all?
Give me a minute. And he's like, gonna roll the stealth check for Daedra.
Easy. Expertise, baby.
Easy. And you just see he's on par with Erden. Just he was next to you and he's not, and then you look and he's at the edge of the alley, and he just like takes a mirror out and he like pokes it out the side and he looks at it.
Is he putting on
Roll a
makeup?
perception check.
The fuck is he doing?
He looks at it and he goes, he takes it away and like comes back to you guys and goes, it's far. It looks like Pelumian armor. But
Loomis.
What was in those jars? What was being dropped? Why are they doing this assault this way? Like, okay, so we got takeout. So we're running to the castle.
Oh. Erden, is Foghorn, he's at the, ask Foghorn if he knows, if you've heard of anything going on at the coast.
Sure, I'll try to connect with Foghorn. And I'll just say, because there's like a limited amount of words, right?
I just say with those earrings, you constantly cast sending. I need to go get my phone real quick, just because where we are right now.
Yep, no
Give me a
worries.
moment.
Walkie-talkie, basically, for the earrings.
Tell them about the giveaway, Jordan.
Yes, well, the men of the guild will be doing a lovely giveaway.
I just kind of spat. You know when you lift your tongue in a weird way and it kind of... That just happened. Anyways, the men of the guild will be doing a giveaway when we reach 500 followers. So if you are not currently following, please follow. Help us reach the goal. Please, please, please. We'll be doing a signed poster slash... Yeah, I'd call it a poster. A signed poster giveaway. When I say I mean several. And I think we'll probably sign them this weekend. That'll be an ideal time to do so. Frame not included, but we will send you that. Also, I'll be doing Lego giveaways from my end, not the men of the guild, but myself, Jordan, CFJD. What else, men? Is there something else happening?
What are your plans?
I don't know. Yeah. Thank you for watching. This is sponsored by MeUndies. No, it's not. It's not. It's really not. But yeah, this episode so far has been very tense. I'm feeling very tense in the midst of the pudding, the pudding.
All right. So what are you asking the Foghorn?
I'll just say, hey Foghorn, Erden here. Is anything happening on the coast where you guys are at? Something really fucked up is happening at the Crimson Capital.
You hear. Mr. Solak, it's been a wee bit before since we've heard from our owners. No, the only thing I got to share is that we've made a bit of coin. We've upgraded the ship to your standards, paid the crew. I heard that La Coyote has gotten information on what did he call him? Cocksucker face.
Bastien Levesque, yeah.
Something. Aside from that, it's been uneventful. It's been smooth sailings. Is everything all right? With ye?
Let me get back to you on that because, yeah, things are a little fucky right now. We have some weird ooze flying out of the sky, carried by birds in like little jars. Not sure how to explain it. It's a little fucked up. I'll get back to you.
I hope you do, because I want to keep getting paid. Have a great day and stay alive.
I'll try.
And that's right. As you're finishing this conversation and the men of the Gill are having their little side chat, you begin to just see, not exactly in your vicinity, but pushing towards where you are, just lightning bolts, just. Artemis, being a practitioner of the arcane, you would know that this is probably the call lightning spell being cast. And as the lightning bolt starts to smash, the rain is now a torrential downpour. Visibility in the sky is like you're on the roof, Artemis, and you're taking in like a pilot would. You're looking at this, and where the lightning's coming from is still like in the poor district. It's making its way towards you. But now with this torrential downpour that came out of nowhere with no warning signs, flight is risky. It is hard and would be difficult terrain. On top of that, the birds that were flying in a pattern, dropping these jars, you look and they are just being tossed about by the wind. So now these jars are being carried into the city, taken by the wind, and you can just see like some jars launching further into the city. Some are launching outside the wall. Some are landing in the water. It is chaos. Like, it is no military planning was put into planning this assault right now. It is just wreak havoc.
I'm gonna, while I still can, because it's starting to come this way, I'm just gonna like pull it off the roof and be like,
I'll say with the torrential downpour like hitting you, it's not like hurricane winds, but it's just like the rain is making it hard. You just go like, nope, and just not a problem. Like, find shelter.
There's I believe somebody is using a spell. It's one that I'm not extremely familiar with, but they seem to be calling lightning to strike down upon the city.
Okay, so fake lightning, real birds.
Oh no, very real lightning. If you get hit, it just.
Okay, Daedra, can you go and kill all of them? You're like really good at killing, right?
He looks at you and goes, I can try to get where are we going? Are we running from the city? Are we going? Because we need to kill the Ramses.
Yeah, that's still on our list to do.
That's part of the deal right now. If we, because I think if we escape the city, that's considered grounds of Brian being like, hey, fuck you.
No, well, we're not escaping to escape and not kill Loramses. We're escaping to not die from this. And if they happen to kill Loramses, I mean,
He looks at you and goes, if they strike him down, we lose him. Vampires turn to mist. He will go back to his home where he can rest, regenerate, and clean out this is do or die. Like, we need to decide, are we turning our backs on Brian, or are we pushing through to the kingdom, to the castle, to try and do something?
I have an idea. But, Daedra, you cannot be seen with us until the very last second.
Okay.
I was going to say, we let this happen. Maybe we even encourage it. And then we find Loramses. We'd be like, hey, this is going to shit. We have a cube. We can escape. And then we escape with Loramses, and then you like pop in, you're like, haha. And then we go to the place, and then we kill him. Isn't that how you killed him in the first place? You teleported, then you killed him where you teleported.
Artemis is gonna be like, cube? What kind of cube?
It's. Have you ever played Dice Bone?
I have.
What is dice?
We don't have time for this.
But what do you guys think? Do you think we could perhaps trick Loramses? Is that possible?
Okay, so we have to go to the castle.
Yes.
That is our. Okay. I will. No offense to you guys, I don't know you. And this is a lot of trust. I can't backstab you because I'll lose everything I'm trying to get back here.
Yes.
So, I will meet you guys at the castle. I travel light. I travel better by myself. So, I'm less of a target if I'm alone. So,
See ya.
I will meet you at the castle. And he just like
Goes invisible.
stealth checks away, goes invisible, and runs the fuck like and gone.
Cool. We can probably get ourselves through anyways.
If anyone needs to tell Brian, or not Brian, sorry, not Brian. Oh, please don't smite me down, Brian. Oh, I'm sorry. Ramses, a lie. It probably should be me, because I have a bit of an ability to not have people know that I'm lying to them. Kind of something that I can do because of something that I have. That's all I want to say.
Where's the cube? The cube that Asher had. We definitely grabbed it, right?
Yeah.
I hope so.
I know one of you said you did. I don't know.
Well, I think we grabbed everything.
We did.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, Erden would have been the one to have it because Erden's the one who grabs all the stuff. Because Prey can't be trusted. with
Do
things.
you want to give the cube to Artemis? Do you? I don't remember. Do you need to attune to the cube, or can you just use it?
I think you can just use it.
I thought so.
I'm
It's like
going
a
to look it up.
button, right?
Either way, let's start walking.
You push aside the dice.
Yeah. But yes, we should probably get going. Be as stealthy as possible. Maybe. What do you guys think of the plan? Maybe this is. I know Daedra already left, but if it's a dumb plan, we can change it.
I don't think we need to be stealthy. We just get to the gates. We ask for.
I'll show my shoulder
What's
and be
his
like,
face?
"Oh
I
yes,
can't
come
think of
come
his
in."
name.
Yeah, I'll be like, "Hey, look at my shoulder."
Yeah, we can get in. I don't think that's going to be an issue.
Right.
We just
Doesn't
need to get
require
there.
attunement.
Does not.
It's not a required
No.
tool.
Cool. Let's
All
go.
right. So, as you guys take off and start going the main drag, just trying to get there as fast as you can, taking dash action. Who would like to roll a d12 for me?
D12. I can roll it.
D12.
Let's do it.
Or
11.
11. Okay.
If the
Okay.
DM is laughing, it's already too late.
I know. Wait.
Yeah, the DM smiles. It's already too late.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So, as you guys are running, this rain beating across your face, just you. Although this place is unaffected by where you. Give me a minute. Sorry, just had to write whiskey. As you guys are running and this rain is just hitting you, and you can hear the screams of just the innocent behind you being slaughtered by this war. And you hear in the inside, either sides of you, just vials crashing and cracking and just more of this chaos. You feel your heart just pumping like crazy, like the adrenaline just kicking through. And it's as if you can feel it in your chest, wanting to beat out. And then you realize, wait, what I'm feeling is not in my chest. This is something shaking. And then you start to look around, and you see that the buildings around you I need everybody who's running on the main drag to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, this cocked. Oh, please, good God. I will use.
17.
Oh, actually, no. Wait.
16.
How? Yeah, I'll do it.
I'll say your danger sense does work on this.
Okay.
24.
Whatever, Erden.
21.
Nobody rolled under a 16?
Right.
Alright, so as you guys feel this, you all just go shit because you feel the ground beneath you just give in, and you guys just you jumping forward or jump. Which way are you guys jumping? Forward or back? As you feel the ground begin to give way beneath you.
Towards the where we're going.
Okay, so Prey's jumping forward. Artemis.
I'm going to jump, but like just try to like, as I jump, kind of just do like a flap. Yeah, like a hover.
Yeah, glide.
Forward, not like a glide. Like I'm not really full-fledged flying. I'm keeping a low altitude, but just trying to, in case something caves under me, I can just be like.
Okay. Erden, forward or back?
I'll say forward.
Forward, okay. And Balder?
Forward.
Okay. As you guys all jump and just like the ground is slick and you just slide, you all turn to look at what is happening to the ground. As you see the ground just and explode upwards, and you see this, let me see the size, large figure just 30 feet in the air and then just in front of you. As you see Asher's mighty carrot, as you see a large shark-shaped monstrosity with metal plating all over its back and just looking at you just could I get everybody to roll some initiative?
Yes.
Fuck yeah! Combat!
Oh, cocked. Oh my god.
Oh, that is a shitty roll for me. Lucky for you guys.
Is it shittier than mine though? That's the question. You just writing it down? You put
Yeah.
it in roll 20.
Yeah, this is theater of the mind. All these encounters will be theater of the mind.
Theater.
Oddad says he's given up on maps for now.
No, I have maps. It's just not for this part.
Okay,
Just-
I'm gonna
I
close roll 20 then. Give my Chrome a bit of breathing space.
Okay, so Balder,
I got a 12.
12. Prey,
4.
Erden,
16.
Optimus,
He's Niff.
These nuts.
19. These
I
nuts.
love, I love being able to add intelligence to my. So delicious.
It's War Wizard, right? You took?
War mage, yeah.
Yeah. Don't forget about that reaction add something to your AC. Yeah.
All right, so first on the initiative count is Artemis. You see this large monstrosity just in the middle of the road, in the middle of the road.
Oh, you're gonna say room, and I was just like, we're outside.
In the middle of the main drag, and it's just occupying this big area, and it's large, and it's just looking at you. Its beady eyes just staring right at you. What would you like to do?
It's a bullet, right?
Yes, it is a bullet.
Big shark. Oh god. I'm just going
Land
to.
shark.
You said it had. Can I use? Is it obvious that there's metal on it?
It has natural armor. I said steel just because the photo it has like silver scales, but it's like it looks like it's metal, but it's naturally occurring in this creature.
Okay. I'm just gonna cast lightning bolt on it and be like,
Oh, Jesus.
Lightning bolt. That is a
Deck save.
back roll. If I'm. Is it a dex? Oh yeah, it's a dex save. That's right.
deck save. That is 5.
Oh yes, that's a fail.
8d6?
Yes, it is.
Is it 8d6?
I believe
Oh my
so.
fork. Okay.
What is?
Lightning bolt?
Lightning bolt.
Yeah.
It's the same as fireball, I think. 8d6.
Yeah. I'm just gonna use it in the same app that I was gonna play Pirate Dice in, because again I closed roll 20, so to save time
Just
for everybody.
get yourself some real dice.
So we can
Yes,
move
I
on
know.
other than
Yeah.
the actual number,
Yeah.
right? Cool.
Yeah, so it is Erden's turn, and he's going to poop.
It is Erden's turn.
30. Holy shit. Alright, so Artemis, you see this land on the ground, and you just go land shock, and you point your finger, and you just see the lightning just coincide into it, just shooting in between its plates, and it just tenses and starts
I'd also
to
like
back
to
up.
back. I also want to move back a little bit if I can without.
Okay, I'd say you guys are about 20 feet from it right now.
Okay.
Because as it bursts through, you guys like to use that momentum to jump forward.
Yes. 15
so-
feet is what I'm
yeah.
gonna say.
Okay, so you're about 35 feet from it now. All right. So you do that, and you see that it's just shooting through, and it's just like it's backing up instinctually back into the hole it just created. Erden, it is your turn, Mr. Stealthy Stealth.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll try to shoot it with my crossbow, and I'll do precision attack and sharpshooter.
-5 plus D8.
Yep. 22 minus 5, 17 plus 20.
Yeah, it hits.
Alright, just gonna plug my laptop in before it dies.
Throw monsters at these guys, and then they just kill it in one turn, because I get shitty initiative rolls.
It is 4v1. Da-na-na-na-na.
Oh, yo, mystery D20s.
Do you want mystery D20s for this shenanigan?
Well, this one we'll just skip it, because, again, you guys are all going before it.
Okay.
So I'll tell you when you can roll.
Okay. Cool.
18 damage.
18. Damn.
And then the second attack, I'm just gonna do regular, because I don't want to use all my superiority die. It's even 27 to hit.
It hits.
Was there someone 5 feet from it?
No, you guys are all
No.
25 to 35
Yeah.
feet away from it.
9 damage.
9. Okay. So after this thing gets shocked with electricity and is starting to back away and just, you Erden just go from your superhero landing pose, stand up and just shoot twice, and just both of your bolts, just one lands right in the plate between his jaws, and you see its jaw kind of hang open for a minute, and the other one smokes it right in the nostril, and it just disappears, and it just seems to be trying to blow it out.
Oh, I forgot bonus
It
action.
is-
My hand crossbow.
Bone. Yeah, shoot again.
17 to hit.
17 just hits.
Okay. Another 9 damage. And crossbow,
9
yeah,
damage.
9 damage.
Yeah, so as it's going like that and just swinging, you shoot and you just see the crossbow bolt enter the soft palate on the top of its mouth. It's just, and you just see it like hanging out of its mouth. It's just looking angrily at all of you, but still not its turn. Balder, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
The 19 to hit
19 hits. Jesus Christ.
for a whole 1 damage.
Okay, something. You
And then second one was
Darkening
21 to
shell.
hit
21 hits.
for another 6.
Number 6. Okay. Okay, so you shoot, you see Erden, pew, and you take your sword and you point it and you shoot your Eldritch Blast, and it just like it smokes it and it darkens the scales on its back as it, and you're like shit, and just looks at you, and as it looks at you, you shoot your second bolt at the same time, and as its jaw is stuck open, you just smoke the inside of its jaw on the other side, and you just see the jaw kind of unhinge for a minute, and it's just like just shaking about as the jaw's just flailing about. You guys are wrecking this thing's shit. Prey, it's your turn.
It's time.
I'll take my axe and just bang it on my shield, be like, "Time to die, shark bitch!" And I'll run up and jump and try to smack it on top of the head.
Hey, Prey.
I will recklessly do so.
Thank you.
15 to hit.
15 doesn't hit.
Oh no!
16 actually.
16 doesn't hit.
Okay.
Just misses.
Second attack is a 21 to hit.
21 hits. You go, time to die, shark bitch! And you jump up and you smoke it, and your axe just. There's like. Bring it back. What's your second hit?
6 damage.
6. Still standing.
That
it
was my 2.
So it's. Time to die, shark bitch! And as you hit it, you bring it back and you find a weak plate and it's like leg armor, and you just like drive your axe into it, and you see a bit of black ichor just across your blade. Just now the bullet's turn. It could do that, or it could do that, because there are. Yeah, I think it's gonna do. Would it do that? Yeah, it would. So it's gonna take. It's gonna start charging towards your teammates, Prey. So you do get an opportunity attack.
Okay. Fuck it. 12 to hit?
As it goes, it's fat. It's big and it looks heavy, but it's faster than it looks as you swing and you just miss its legs. Just like you go to hit it right in the knee to stop its leg from moving, and as you go, the knee bends and it you just miss it. And it starts running. It takes about 15 feet of movement, and it just jumps forward. It's going to use its deadly leap feature, and it's going to land right in between Artemis, Balder, and Erden. I need all of you to either make a strength or dexterity saving throw.
X, please.
Oh god. I'll be right there,
27?
man.
You say 27?
Pardon?
19 with a +8 for strength.
27.
Jesus.
Woo!
Yeah. 27 Siebes.
Catches it.
16.
Just holding up. I'm holding up the bottom half of its jaw is hanging off.
Okay, Erden.
16 as well.
If it matches the DC's, defender
It's a success.
succeeds, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you all take. Okay. 3. Oh, that's not bad. 8 plus 3. 8 plus 3. 11. 15 points of bludgeoning damage. And you are. Push 5 feet. You are pushed, like, as it lands, just the force of it, just debris kicking up, and its gravitational just shunts you guys. It occupies most of the space, and you guys are just shunted against the walls. Artemis, you are shunted a bit for 5 feet forward. You're now 5 feet away from it, and it just looks around. Just it is now
Everyone.
turn. It is now 5 feet in front of you.
5 feet? I don't like that.
Well, you got 10 feet because you got you got. So yeah, you're at 10-foot mark because you got pushed 5 feet away from it.
Oh, am I still in? Am I in range of an opportunity attack if I were to move backwards more?
Nobody knows because nobody's been close enough to have it do an opportunity attack yet.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try to back up another, like, maybe 10, 15 feet.
You back up, no problem.
Okay.
Whew.
And I am going to. What can I do? Based on the damage that it took, did it seem to not enjoy the lightning damage?
everything you guys have done to it, it seems to have not liked it.
I will tickle its tummy.
I don't like that. I don't like being tickled.
Okay.
Sentient bullet.
I came here for some tea, and you fuckers started attacking me. Tea time!
Actually, before you do anything, Artemis, just a moment. That is a 4. I would need everybody to make a dex save for me, please.
Me as well.
Yes, that is a fail on the bullet.
8.
10.
Where's
18.
this thing? Well, did I not? Oh, there it is. So what did you guys say? Succeed?
16.
16. Succeeds.
16.
10.
Succeeds. Fails.
8.
As a reaction,
Fails.
You add
as a
your thing.
reaction, I'm gonna add. What's it called? It's called Arcane Deflection. I'm gonna add 14 to my saving throw.
Okay.
Or sorry, 4 to my saving throw. 4 to my saving throw.
So what does it make? 14?
Yes.
Still a failure.
Uh-uh.
So
Now I can't use any spells other than cantrips until the end of my turn. Fuck.
Balder, Artemis, and the bullet all take 2 points of acid damage as a jar of this ooze just scatters. Erden, you duck behind the bullet's leg. Balder, you try to, and it smokes your calf. And Artemis, you feel it singe the bottom of your feathers on your wing.
Blow it out. Just.
As it does this, you can just see this where it's splattered. You can just start to begin to reform. It is now your
How much
turn.
damage did you say it was?
2 points of acid damage.
I got a kid in the background making it hard to hear.
It's okay. And you can
while
see that the parts of you that it has hit, it seems to be Artemis. As you're shaking it off, you look at the feathers that it has touched, and you have 2 of like your wing, not your flight feathers, but like just your feathers that are like if you took a lighter to hair. They're just singed. Balder, you look at your pants, and you can see that where they touched,
Your cock.
it is singed, and there's a hole where it was resting before you jumped out of the way and like got it off. Seems that this destroys things it touches. Artemis, it's your turn.
Well, now that I can only use cantrips, I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead.
All right, that is a
Wisdom shave.
Wisdom save, yeah.
this thing. You know, this is very wise. It's a very smart and intelligent animal. It has a lot of wisdom to share with it too.
That's a fail. So that's gonna be 2d12.
My knowledge of my people.
Only froze.
Pretty good damage to freeze on.
15 necrotic damage.
Yeah, it froze in there. I missed what that was.
15 damage.
15 necrotic damage.
15 necrotic.
That can be resisted.
That can be resisted. Asher, my boy. Oh.
As you go, Toll the Dead, and he just like looks at you, and you just hear, you just see all the metal plates on, and it seems that the vibrations within this bullet from the bell it hears, it's kind of like a microwave effect as you see just, and the atoms begin to move faster as it just slumps on the ground, dead. The ooze that is close to everyone just sees this heat sees this unmoving thing, and you see just latch on and begin to pull itself closer to the bullet. You seem to have had a distraction by murdering
Run!
this
Run!
master.
Run!
Disengage if need be, but yeah.
No, it's distracted. So you guys successfully averted my bullet puzzle.
Run away!
Ah, yes, the puzzle.
Yes, murder! It's Prey's favorite puzzle. Who would like to roll the next D12?
Oh, I'll take a crack at it.
I'll take
Oh,
it.
that's a 2.
2. Okay, so as you guys are running away from this bullet fight, you begin to hear the lightning is now just... This fight seems to have delayed you enough to make whatever's casting this lightning storm to come closer to you. With this lightning now striking in various locations, it doesn't seem to be a pattern either. It just seems to be hitting random places. You hear just... And you turn and you see a crowd of panic-filled, frenzied civilians. Orcs, humans, goblins, just normal people. No weapons, no armors. And it is a wall of death. Just kind of like to give you guys an idea, just like charging towards the keep. What do you guys want to do?
Can I firmly yell at them to turn around and to head to the keep?
No, they're charging towards the keep. They are
Oh.
going the same direction.
Oh, okay, cool. So we just need to stay in front of them? Is that my understanding?
I'm just saying there is wall of death, kind of like just a wall of people charging, frenzied, panicked. They don't fucking see you. They see their destination. You can see like somebody falls and this crowd just tramples.
Cool.
There's no. It's. So what do you want to do?
Follow the crowd. Don't trip.
Is it difficult terrain to just try to fly up to a rooftop and kind of like run along the roof to avoid the crowd?
It will involve a few checks because you are like it's not. This is not like, hey, welcome to our city where every house is a strip mall and it's just one big roof. This is a city that has been destroyed and rebuilt. So by making that decision, you've flown over. You know that you might be running on one solid roof, jump a 10-foot alleyway, which you can do with your wings, but the next roof you land on, will it be engineered? Or will it just be ramshackle and when you fall through and end up in somebody's living room?
Not to mention wet.
Like this.
That's spicy.
Just gonna run with the boys then. Running with
Hey.
the boys.
So you guys are following the crowd.
Oh no,
Okay.
the crowd is following us.
Yeah,
at
we're
this
we're
point.
leading this charge of death.
Run
apparently.
away.
Okay, I'll say Erden is super fast, so he's not having a problem. The crowd catches up to you. Yeah, catches up to you. It is frenzied panic. They are just, think World War Z kind running. Like the zombies trying to get to Brad Pitt. That's like, if they have to crash into a wall and just like crawl over each other, that's how these people are reacting. There's fear, there's death, they want to, survival of the fittest. So you...
I will survive, indeed.
Yeah, it takes a little bit, but the crowd does end up like, you end up being part of the crowd. And you are following. And as you are following, you are also following the flows of where the crowd goes. And there seems to be places where these oozes have destroyed buildings that are crossing over the road, so the crowd just shoves into alleys and it's funneling. And you end up at a dead end. And it's just like everybody's pushed in. You are all like not trapped, but kind of like herded in like cattle at a McDonald's farm, like shoulder to shoulder. Everybody's tight. It's the best way I can think of it, like those tight cattle things. And in this dead end, and you still hear the lightning just crashing around you. and you hear people start screaming as some of these oozes begin to crawl over the buildings around you and head towards you.
Sounds like we
This
need to make
is-
a door.
This is difficult terrain. There are, I'd say, approximately... You are all medium. You're supposed to have your 5-foot square. That 5-foot square has another 2 people with you. You are front row at a concert. It is hard to get your space.
How tall are the walls around us?
I would say probably they're houses and domiciles, so probably 2 floors, about 20 to 15 feet.
Okay.
All right. I have an idea.
Fireball!
There's obviously rubble. All
Yeah,
kinds of
there's-
rubble and stone. Okay.
You can roll a perception check to see. Like again, if you want to look around, you guys are
Very quickly.
Yeah. It's still high DC because, like I said, it's crammed. You guys are just shoulder to shoulder going fuck.
15. I'm just looking for like stone.
Yeah, you can see like a few stones like just piled up against a wall,
How big are they? Like, can I just
About
grab
brick.
one?
brick sized.
Okay. I'm
Start
going
clocking
to.
civilians in the head. I'm a wizard. Shillelagh.
So I'm guessing, obviously, I can't flap my wings and just try to like jump up to a roof, right? Okay.
You can certainly try.
No. This is. I'm not gonna.
The wings just
have somebody
fucking broken. Like,
yank my, yeah, exactly. Yep. You.
I would not.
Artemis, you lose your ability to fly.
I would not do that. You can certainly try to
No.
do that if you want to.
Nope.
Just
I'm just gonna cast Misty Step up to a roof with my boulder, and I'll yell over at Prey and be like, "Hold them off for 1 minute. I think yes, 1 minute." And I'm gonna cast creation, and I'm gonna basically make like a little bridge
Okay.
over where we're going.
I understand what you're saying. I just want to point out,
That's 10
you
rounds.
looked at your teammate, say hold them off for 10 rounds.
10 rounds. Okay. Well,
A round is
then-
6 seconds.
Oh my god.
Hold them off for an hour.
Maybe this is not a good idea. Can I reverse my Misty Step?
You can reverse your Misty Step
Okay.
because
Okay. Yeah.
So
well,
Erden, just because you weren't around, you are herded into a dead end. Oozes are coming over the houses around you, and your 5 foot per 5 foot square there are 3 people. You are like at a front row at heavy MTL. Just
What are these walls
Oh.
made out of? Are they like?
a cobblestone, like not cobblestone, but masoned stone.
Okay. I would
Yeah,
like
well,
to change my pack weapon into a maul. It's just seeing if I can go through.
Okay, Pray, roll an attack
I'll do so
on the
recklessly.
house. But yeah, but don't. Okay, not an attack. Roll damage
Okay.
is what I'll say, because you can hit a house.
6 plus 5, that's 11 for the first hit.
Okay, so I'll just say that, like, you just 11, 22, and you're just bashing this wall. You can see, like, you're hitting. And a maul is what, like a warhammer, like just a small warhammer?
No, a maul is the
Basically-
two-handed one.
Okay, so you're swinging, and you can see, like, you're knocking, like, your one stone is knocking, like, you're knocking it back loose. It may take, like, a round to get one stone.
While he's doing this, can I start blasting Eldritch Blasts into it to help try to weaken the wall?
Sure.
I originally wanted to do shatter on the wall, but we were too close. 10 foot would have killed everyone around us.
Yeah!
Pray wouldn't have minded.
Yeah, if we weren't so completely packed, that was my plan. But then you're like, you
I-
can't move. I'm like,
I-
oh shit.
So the wall that is in front of you, just so you know, like, what is shatter? What is the spell's definition?
It hurts stuff.
Yeah, a sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point of your choice within range. Each creature within 10-foot radius Centered on the point, makes con save. They take 3d8 thunder damage on a fail. So it's basically just a big blast.
You could point it higher up so the 10 feet wouldn't touch the bottom. It would take out the top.
Yeah, and now, like I said,
it is. Collapse it in.
This is a house, so if you want to, like, you can work your way through the crowd. Difficult terrain, of course, because fucking density, and look in the house and be like, there. I will allow that if you want to. It's a good use of a spell.
Sure.
But the question is, does the spell do anything to structures?
Well, it says all non-magical objects take damage as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
A house I think counts as an object. So.
But is this a magical wizard's house? I don't know. Do you?
We'll find out.
Oh no, this is where the Mistress of the Arcane lived. Fuck.
For some reason, I thought Shatter dealt double damage to objects, but I might be thinking of a different. Oh, it's creatures made of organic material or something, right?
Creature made of inorganic material such as crystal or metal has disadvantage on the save.
So,
Right.
So, for the record, did you guys give the cubic gate to Artemis?
Yes.
He's running away from us.
See ya.
Do I, being of an arcane knowledge, do I know what this is?
Roll an Arcana check.
I feel like we might have been like, hey, this opens a gate to somewhere. Here's a cube. As opposed to grab it.
But again, we'll put it this way. Prey explained it to him.
Yeah, so I say you kind of explained it when you were talking about the plan.
Right.
22.
So, sort of.
Yeah, this is you know what a gate cube is. Yeah, you know this is a gate cube.
I'm gonna push one side of it, and I'm gonna utter the name Dionysus Laramsis, and the portal is going to open. I can put it on an empty space, a wall, or anything like that, and basically he's gonna get flooded by a bunch of his people.
Talk about a distraction.
Okay.
When you cast a spell, you can speak the name of a specific creature. If the creature is on a plane of existence other than the one that you are on, the portal opens in the named creature's immediate vicinity. Oh, hold on.
Oh, wait, is it
Other than the one you're on.
Is it that? Oh, not the same.
Okay,
thing.
hold on. You
There's-
conjure up a portal linking unoccupied space you see within range to a specific location on a different plane of existence.
I was gonna say, is it Dionysus Michael Laramsis or Dionysus Lawrence? Like two different people. You know, could be bad.
Yeah.
No, but it has to be on a different plane, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm just reading that now, actually.
Ooh.
Nope.
You can roll that shatter damage if you want.
Sure.
It's a good idea. This is the second time you've tried to use that gate cube, Justin, for an OP thing, and it's just like, fucking god damn it.
Damn low rolls. 10.
10. You cast it inside, and you see, like, a structural wall, and you're like, "Grr!" And you just see, like, you hear, and you just hear, like, the building just, it shakes, it wobbles, and you just see, like, it begins to slant, but it's still there. I will give Erden and Artemis an action, because they are the only two who have not done anything right now. Artemis has tried, for the life of him.
I can technically, I think, to a precise location on a different plane of existence. So I can literally say Mr. Voice's cabin, and I can bring all these people.
Technically, you cannot do that. You can if you have only seen the library.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I don't know Mr. Voice's
You could
cabin.
say anywhere and just send these people anywhere. Doesn't mean we need to go.
I'm not gonna send
Yeah,
the only other plane of existence specific location that I know is the hell that I was in, and I'm not gonna send them there.
Oh my god.
Elemental plane of water on the wall. Just
Strength save,
Honestly,
everybody.
I was honestly thinking of casting Tidal Wave on the people, and I was just like, don't do it.
I
I'm not sure.
I don't think it's. Is it damage or does it just push them?
It's damage and it pushes them if they fail to save.
It's the oozes that are coming down the alleyway.
It dissolves
The
the
oozes are not coming down the alleyway. They are coming from like you guys are at a dead end and they're coming
Over the building,
like,
right.
Yeah, they are. They sense heat. They're like mosquitoes. They have a sense that that's where food is and that's where they're going. I will say, as the two last players are thinking, you see one of the oozes now reaches the tip of the roof and just slumps off and just falls on a person in the crowd. Just like and they just start to just like melt away, Indiana Jones style, as they're trying to grasp at people. And where they grasp and there's the ooze on their skin, it just seems to like grab the clothes and just singe the clothes in their hands. And people are now just they're starting to get massive panic in this herded area where you guys are at. And now, after you guys take your turn, it is going to be hard to get anything done because it is. I know I use a lot of movie references, but I'm a movie nerd. It is Titanic level panic. Yeah. Where's a bard when you need one?
No, that wasn't panic.
Yeah.
Those guys weren't panic.
No, they accepted their fate wholeheartedly. So panic is about to be Black Friday in this bitch. In the States. What do you guys want? What does Artemis and Erden want to do? Or you can just go, I have no idea, and just go fuck it.
I still have a spell slot. Fireball. Boom, boom, boom.
The other option that I have, other than gate, is plane shift for that cubic gate, and all of the other options don't sound delicious to anybody. Like, just sending these people to their death, basically, is what I'd be doing, other than what they're doing. So, I'm going to... Oh my god. I'm going to...
Could
pass. Go ahead.
It's too much for Prey to know this. Carry on.
Too much. I know. I'm trying to think of, and I'm like looking at my spells right now, and I'm just like, wish I had that. If I knew this was gonna happen, I would have dropped Fabricate because I can study my spell book every fucking morning.
Yeah, can I just get a quick recap on what's happening? Just because I missed the last bit.
So you guys were running towards the Crimson Capital. A crowd of people caught up to you, kind of like World War Z zombie running out of fear. And you guys ended up following the ebbs and flow. It got you cornered into a dead end. You are shoulder to shoulder, like a 5-foot square. There are 3 humanoids. Like, it is front row at a concert tight. There are oozes that have been dropped that are now creeping over the walls. And you guys are looking for a way to escape. Balder cast Shatter on a house that was near, trying to get it to collapse. It slanted. Prey is whacking away at bricks, trying to get it to like an opening so people can start flooding into there. Artemis is feverishly looking through his spellbook, going, and you're just going, and you, yeah.
I'm guessing my wings were used up, right?
I would say you're at. It took 10 minutes because Prey's fly spell ran out. So I would say you still have like a good half hour of your wings left.
I'm just gonna fly over on the top of that wall just to see if there's something behind it.
Can you roll a strength saving throw for me?
Sure. Okay.
This is a hard spot to take flight, I think. I think that's the
23.
Ooh.
So
it's 17
it's hard. It's not the fact that it's hard to take flight. It is the fact that as soon as your wings come out and you begin to lift, people are grabbing onto you because you are now an escape. And as you feel like you're used to just take off, your takeoff is delayed a bit because as soon as your wings come out, everyone around you just grabs onto you to get away. And what you do is you just force the arcane power within your wings. You are commanding them to go. And I'm saying this, tell me if this is how Erden feels. You feel a bit of guilt as you take off and you feel those hands just slip off of you.
Oh, yeah.
To add to that, you hear them crying. Come back! Ah! Like, because you were an escape and you're gone. You are now over here. You see, like, that where you guys are, it's houses. Like, this used to just be, like, a little road that led to a few houses. And it's a cul-de-sac. On the other side, it is more alleyways and stuff that seem to be more connected to things. But where you guys are is a dead end. A cul-de-sac.
Oh, goodness.
When I
there's
fly over
houses?
there, that's like there's nothing after that wall.
As you like their homes, because this is where you guys are right now is blue collar country, so it's like homes and where families would live, so like 2-story houses that are still ramshackle in some degree, just not as bad as you've seen. And when you fly over, you see like next to there is like a side road. This is just a small. This is where the crowd directed you guys.
You think
And
some of these people would
beyond
know
those
their own
houses-
city?
Well, as I
I know it's panic. I get it.
if I fly up there and I don't see a way out after that wall, I'll just kind of. So what I wanted to do initially was like kind of fly up and stand on that wall just to look to see what's there. If it's like a wall that could be broken into and like pass through, but if I see that that's not the case, I'll just turn around and yell that. I'll just turn around and say, "This is a dead end. We need to find another way out."
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage, because as I said, after you guys take your turn, there's already somebody being disintegrated by one of these oozes.
Hey guys, please listen. Orderly the other way, please.
I mean, I rolled
what
an
is it?
18 and a 19 with disadvantage. Plus,
I will
Minus
say
1.
with that, Erden's a calm person. Erden has a tendency to keep his cool, especially with Prey when he's saying shit he shouldn't say. Erden is having an anxiety attack right now. There's panic, there's anxiety, and then there's that peak right above it where you go, I'm gonna fucking survive. And Prey and Balder, Artemis, you are busy going through your spellbook, and this doesn't stand out to you because you don't know Erden. To you guys, it does. You've seen Erden in a dire situation try to command a crew, and his shyness kind of stops him, but his will to survive is stronger. And this authority you've never heard come out of him as he barks commands to a frenzied crowd. What do you say in this moment, Erden?
do I see like from there? Do I see another way out? Like, do I see a road that would?
You see that if they back out, if the crowd were to back out, and like instead of turning this way, charge like an opposite, because they were just running, and like you can see the Crimson Keep, they were just trying to snake their way there. You can see that if they were to back out, walk a little bit, there'd be like 2 streets down, they could connect back to the main road.
Okay, I'll jump off the cliff with my wings, and I'll kind of dive and like start flying right above them, and I'll just yell, "Follow me!" and like kind of go next to the road and kind of stay still and kind of like direct them that way.
So you had an 18. What was your modifier added to that, to your persuasion?
-1, 17.
Okay, so still in the high teens. You don't get everybody, but you do free up some space. Like the people at the back, like you can feel like Prey in them. You feel the crowd begin to shift that way now. But it's not gonna take. It's gonna take more than one round for this to flood out. Because it is
That's the I don't remember how you call them there, but the direct traffic. I'm just like,
Yeah, the traffic cop. Get the fuck out
Yeah.
of here now! Emergency vehicles only! Okay, Artemis. You've been going through your spell book long enough. Make a choice. What are you doing?
The one that is consuming someone, I'm just gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna cast Firebolt on it because I'm just panicking at this point. So
Attack.
I see an
Hey,
enemy in front of me, might as well just do something about
Roll
it.
to hit. Roll to hit.
Yes.
Oh, wrong one.
Yes. Firebolt. Why am I blind? Oh god, yeah. That's 27 to hit.
It hits. It definitely hits. Roll damage on that.
Firebolt.
Level 2d10. Making sure. Oh, that's a d8. Where's my other d10, you bastard? 18. An 8 and a
18.
10.
And you see like you hit the civilian, the civilian who's in, and he's like, "Bleh!" And the thing stops, and you just see the ooze just shudders and it kind of shrinks. And I'd say that not Erden but Balder, since you're there, and Prey, you're too busy just hitting bricks, trying to make a hole for other people to run through. I'd say with this time, Prey, you've gotten like a hole probably, like if you're big, somebody smaller like Erden were to crouch, they could run into the house. So you got another flow just going of like single file, run into this house, find a way out. I don't give a shit. Get out of my face. Balder, you look and you see this ooze. You fought lots of them. When you get them weakened, they tend to shrink. This one has shrunk. And as it begins, like, the turn would start over again, you see the ooze just, like, begin to expand again. And it just whips out and starts to grab other civilians and pulls them in. I'd say now, where it's the second round in this, more oozes are... But people are flooding through the two exits you've made. Men of the Gill, what are you doing?
Do I hear like people are getting out through the house?
You're the one who made the hole. You have like there's people running through the hole you made.
Right, but do I hear like is just a pile of people in the house, or are they getting through to the other side?
Roll a perception check.
Okay. That's a 2.
They're going in. They must find their way out.
Boulder, get in the house! And I will use my Yeagert's thingamabob, my horn teleportation thing, and go next to Artemis.
I'm down on the roof. I reversed my Misty Step, remember?
Oh,
he's on the ground with you.
I will go on the roof. Pew!
So Prey, you're on the roof. You as you get on the roof, you can see like the front door is open. You're at the back of the house, and people are just flooding through. Like
Cool.
now, just flowing wherever.
Cool.
Hey,
Can I fly up without being it too problematic? Just to join Prey, not like maneuver, just like, just.
Oh yeah, you now have two ways for people to get out. The flow is getting out. You fly out. As you fly out, you like tuck your wings in as you see an ooze just flop down.
I'd like to try to hit the same one that I hit earlier as well.
Okay,
With another firebolt.
roll. Okay, roll to hit.
That is a 15.
Hit.
5 plus 10. Thank God for my plus 10.
15. Give me a minute. Yeah. So you do it, and you just see this black ooze just, and it just crisps, and then it's just like a piece of tar on where it was, and you can just see like you're flying, you fly up, you cast it, like you just corner your eye cast, and you land on the roof. As you turn, you see that it was grabbing people and pulling them in. You see that there's some people like with their legs just stuck in this tar, just pulling themselves out, like they were fucked either way.
That was 15 fire damage.
Yeah, so that thing is gone. But these people who are crawling away, easy to assume that you've created a distraction for the other oozes so that more people can get away. The sacrifice is not in vain.
Yes.
Oh,
The
my
needs
legs.
of the many. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one.
Thank you for. Ah!
Oops.
Baldur, what are you doing?
Alright, so the oozes are distracted from that, and the people are escaping, so I guess I might as well escape myself. Seeing the other two run up to, or well, I guess all of them going to the air, I'll Misty Step up to the roof with them so we can continue on our way.
You're telling me we all had Misty Step?
I wasn't abandoning all the innocents. I'm not prey.
I stayed there because of you. I'm like, oh well, I can't leave Baldur here. I won't just teleport.
And Baldur wasn't leaving all the people.
Okie dokie, let's
So
go.
yeah, Erden, you see your teammates all standing on the roof of this house, and you see that like there's a hole where people are funneling through like mice, so you can easily fly your way up. Men of the Gill, you're on the roof. What would you like to do?
I would like to either climb down or jump to the next roof, just to essentially keep going. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys make your way back to you. Erden shows you the way to get back to the main road to avert the obstruction that was made that diverted the path. You guys get back to the main road. Who would like to roll the last D12?
I can roll it.
Not a one, not a one, not a one, please, please. Although I don't know what the one is indeed.
7.
7. So, as you guys are running back on the main street, the flow of people you've created, you can see that they are now funneling in through different areas, like back in. It's not the same wave, but like now it's kind of like scattered, just running away from disaster. And you reach a point where you see a group of people just sitting on rubble, wearing dark leather armor, hoods and like bandanas to cover their face, and they're all just sitting there with like swords, like leaning on their legs, or like they're just looking down the main path. And I would say Erden would be the first to notice. You see a red-haired woman, which you've had a meeting with before, which is Daedra's right hand. And as you approach, like she's standing there with about, I'd say, probably another 7 Black Sun members. And they seem to be... You look around them and you can see, like, there's Pelumian guards around them dead. Like, they seem to have stood their ground and kept this area safe. What do you do?
I'll stop in. I don't remember what her name was. I don't know if she told us her name, but
I don't think you ever got her name, no.
No.
Check my notes, but I don't think I ever gave you a name.
no. I'll as we're making our way in, like, on the main path, when I spot her, I'll just kind of stop by and just say, and when I'm noticing this, I'll just stop by and be like, are you guys all right?
As you stop by, yeah, I never gave you a name. I don't have it in my notes.
That's fine.
So I will say Lysandra. Lysandra. I will write that down, so I don't forget it.
Lasting Indra.
Lysandra. Okay. So as you approach and you say, "Are you alright?" She goes, "We've been holding our own." She looks at the 4 of you. Goes, Daedra?
I do believe he is waiting for us at the castle or whatever, like the
keep.
The keep.
Okay. I'm going to stay here. If you want, I can send some of my guys with you. There's a path cleared that takes you to the gate.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And she goes, all right, Cliff, Brendan, on them. Take them. And they go, yes, follow us. We'll show you the way. And they just take you darting through alleys. Just so you guys know, 7 was you run into some of Daedra's crew. If you would have ran into that any time sooner, it would have got you through a section safer. But it's a good thing that it's on the last one. It could have been anything way worse. I got some bad shit in this list. So as you guys are running, you can see like they stop you at certain alleyways. They look through, and you see that there's a spot where they stop you, and they just like push you back into the shadows. As you see just a wall of people riding war horses just plowing through the streets, and just kind of like just trampling people, and as they walk by, just stabbing people. Doesn't care who it is. You keep running. You can see the call lightning is just crashing close to you, closer. You can also see that there are... they stop you at one point, and they just go... As you see this long, lanky woman. Just... It looks like a woman. It has long black hair, and it's just walking. And just kind of Slenderman physique, very lean and gaunt. And you just hear a constant, like, breeze being taken in. And it stops, and it looks... Exact. I wasn't gonna do it, because if I did, Discord would be like, that's just noise! And it just turns its head quickly to look. Erden, Prey, Balder, and Artie, the first thing you guys feel is all your magic items as it looks into it doesn't look at you, but it looks into the alleyway and like scans around. As its gaze reaches the hallway, you can see that its face is just a hole with just swirling blackness with stars. And as this gaze glances into the hallway, it feels... The first thing you guys realize is Prey's pact weapon is gone. And it just... And just looks forward and just keeps going. And then Prey's pact weapon just comes back. Artemis, you would know that would be an anti-magic cone. Yeah, some of the shit you could have run into. And you guys are just making your way. And as you reach the capital, they take you right by, like, behind the vulture's nest, or rest.
Perch?
And they open the back door. Vulture's perch. The vulture's bar.
Yes.
The tavern you guys have stayed at, they open the back door and they go, just go through here. Front door is where you can do a bit of reconnaissance. Nothing has made it this far. Good luck. We're gonna go see Lysandra again. And they just turn around and run back. While you guys are running, is there anything you want to ask these two guys?
What the fuck is going on?
I'll ask him. Have you seen who is casting all these spells?
So one of them looks at Balder and goes, from what we've seen, it's a siege. Like the city's under attack. The armament's Pelumian, but that's all we got. And then the other one goes, there's a wood elf walking around with a few armored mechanical things, and he's just calling it left, right, and center. We tried to get close, but those mechanical guards are pretty intense.
Mechanical guards?
I'm not one of the arcane, man. Like, they're metal people.
Well, kind of look at Prey, because he's the only one who would have met him. But I'm like, isn't one of the... Like, I don't know if I'm reaching too far, but isn't one of the 5 flags, whatever?
Oh, the automas.
I don't remember his... I have it
Vincent
written
von
down, but-
Vanderbilt?
No.
No, he's the one that-
Rory Ratchet.
Yeah.
I don't think this is related.
Okay.
Prey could be wrong.
And that when you said mechanical, that was the first thing that came to mind. But All right. Well, um, and Wood Elf, like we haven't met anyone that's like, we haven't met a Wood Elf. And,
We haven't met everyone from Palumas. There could be probably I don't fucking know, some wizardy thing.
yeah. Fuck it. Let's just focus on the mission.
Okay, so you guys make your way into the Vulture's bar, and you see that, like, it's somewhat of a makeshift hospital. You can see that they are. You can see that, like, it's more just civilians, but like the old Vulture, who's usually behind the Aarakocra Vulture, is straight up just taking whiskey, soaking a rag, and then just soaking wounds to disinfect. Like, that's all he's doing. He's doing base what he can with what he has. And as you guys walk in, like, nobody pays attention to you. You are just another band of sad sacks who walked in to safety.
Do we kind of have to keep going?
Yeah.
Unless I know it sounded evil when I said it, but innocent people dying is probably the best way to get. I'll like whisper Laramses to fall for this. We can't really interfere. We kind of have to let it get as bad as it will.
Yeah. As
Nothing
much.
I can do right now. We might as well just keep going.
That's what I mean. This is bigger than the four of us, so we might as well focus on the mission.
Let's go.
So you guys get to the front. You open the door, and it's strange. This city that has been in complete fucking chaos and disarray. This main court, like, because usually it's like the bar, the main area with a bunch of shops, and then the Crimson Keep. This, from the three of you that have military background, because there's three of you, and I love that I can talk this way. If there's an assault on a city to take control, yes, sowing discord within the city itself makes sense. It would make taking the city easier because the guards are distracted. But your main focus is the seat of power. You take that down, you own the city. There's nothing here. This place looks like it did this morning, except there are no guards. This is peaceful. It is the most peaceful part of the city you've been in. There is no lightning being called. There are no oozes. There are no guards. There are no monstrosities. It just looks like it's a frozen frame.
This sounds odd. Dionysus would not have made this happen, right? There's no motive for this to be from Dionysus.
Not that we know of, but I've been wondering that the whole time.
I mean, logically, there's no motive, but at the same time, there might be if he wants to try to put the blame on someone else, but he actually did it. Kind of a call for
Rally their arms.
Yeah, like basically blame, for example, Palumas from this attack, and then have a cause to then attack Palumas, and it's not just out of the blue.
Oh, he's 9/11ing this shit, is what you're saying. Spicy take.
Fired.
Oi.
I mean, we came from Palumas. There's no way they got here this quick.
And have access to whatever the fuck this is.
Because it went from no sign of preparing for a siege to we've been here for 2 days and they caught up and fucking blah, blah, blah.
He locked down the castle, and then hours later, a siege suddenly starts. The lockdown happened before this started. That's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Just be careful. Just be careful, man. But
At the
Always.
end of the day, we still have to kill him. So
let's carry on and see what happens.
Can I cast Detect Magic if I'm getting anything juicy happening around? Like if there's like a spell that's causing it to look all peaceful, or if I can find the source
Yeah,
of.
if it's illusion, yeah, not a problem. You can cast it. You cast the spell and you like extend yourself. Can you roll an Arcana check for me?
Gladly.
You extend yourself, the mighty carrot.
Is it 19?
You detect magic usually just ping something, but you extend yourself because you feel a source of magic, but it's not pinpointed. It's as if it's a dome, a bubble, if you will. It's emanating all around you in this area, from like around the vultures bar and all the shops and the keep itself. It seems like there's divination, protection being cast to what you can assume keep the lightning, keep the oozes, just like a bunker, if you will, where you are, to keep everything safe. But with that being said, you guys made it in there, no problem.
Okay. So it's like keeping magical attacks from happening or something like that. Also, am I getting a ping? Sorry, this is also something that Artemis is curious about. Is there a ping happening from the journal that I got?
Nope. The journal is just straight up journal.
Straight up journal.
Journal.
Okay. I'll explain my theory to the guys that it feels like there's a dome that's been placed, like over the keep and the surrounding area that seems to be protecting it.
Like similar to the cave with the mind flayer?
Perhaps, yes, but on a much larger scale. Picture, I pray this might be a bit much for you. I'm not sure your culinary prowess, but picture a plate with food on it, and you
Nope.
put the dome.
Nope.
Nope,
You lost
okay.
me already.
Imagine covering. Yes, imagine covering yourself with a sheet to protect you from something. That's pretty much what's happening.
Oh, like mud to protect from mosquitoes?
Precisely.
Oh. Yes.
He's slapped mud all over himself and the surrounding area.
Do you remember the people? Well, there's mud on the like the banks of that little water place, and that works. It works perfectly. But anyways, let's go find out the fuck is going on here.
So who's leading the charge?
I can go.
I'm. I was gonna say I'm perceptive, so I can lead the way too. I don't mind.
Go ahead, but be very careful.
I will.
Okay, so I'll say it's probably Erden, Prey, Balder, Artie. So,
Sound good?
okay, so you walk out, and it's like I said, just still, and you're just step, step, step. You're waiting for that something to happen, and you get to the front gate of the courtyard. It is clear. It is peaceful, it is calm, and the doors are open.
If I so when we're there, like, so we don't hear anything at the distance.
You don't. It's like I said. This area seems to just be trapped in this peaceful. You look and you can see the call lightning. You can see like the buildings falling from the ooze. You can see the utter chaos happening in the distance. But here, It is as if it's in the eye of the storm and just calm.
Interesting.
Other than that, like dome, how long did it take for us to get from the crow's bar, the vulture's bar to?
That's like, I want to say, probably about 40, 50 feet. Like, it's literally.
Okay. So literally, my detect magic is still good for probably another like 7 or 8 minutes.
Yeah.
In theory. Okay. So other than that dome feeling, am I picking up on anything as we're getting closer?
Just eerie vibes.
Heckin' spooky.
Heckin' spooky.
I'll just say, stay on guard, men, because I don't have a good feeling about this.
Got a bad feeling about this.
I need a bigger boat.
Shield and battle axe. We're being cautious.
Artemis, you feel on your back shoulder just a hand touch. You look, there's no hand there. And you just hear, it's me. We're doing this. And it's Daedra. You know it's Daedra.
Oh, okay. I recognize the voice.
You just
Okay.
feel a butt grab, like, we're doing this. I'm like, oh god.
You now you feel the mighty carrot make its presence known. So as you guys make your way through the courtyard again, just peaceful scene. It is when you break the threshold of the doors itself that the serenity is broken. The silence is still there. It's quiet. But there are just bodies strung across this entire hallway. Crimson Keep, Crimson Army, Palumian civilians just strung about, slaughtered. The walls that were beautiful, pristine white, splattered in a new painting of gore. You have to watch your step to make sure you do not step on someone or something. The artwork is destroyed. Doors to different chambers are opened, and you just see scenes that look like a meat grinder was turned on. And this hallway that leads to the main council chamber is just disgusting. You get to the main entrance of the chamber where you first met Laramsis and everyone. And what you see on the wooden doors is hard. You see Randy, the small human who led Artemis to the library, who was basically Laramsis' little bitch boy. Pinned to the door, both hands on either, both legs, and just hollowed out. And just the worst part, there is a sigil on top of his head. Like, he is pinned to both doors and they are closed. And you see him just... And then he stops. Sigil activates and just brings him back. He is constantly in a state of death and resurrection. And these doors are closed, and his hands are pinned to either side of these doors. What do you guys do?
I'll look at Artemis and say, do you potentially have something that could stop the bringing him back so that he can go? Because this is just plain cruel.
I've never seen such a thing so horrific. Can I study the sigil?
Yeah.
A little
Roll
bit,
an
like, just-
investigation. Yeah, roll an investigation check.
And,
Or Arcana? Or investigation?
Well,
You prefer?
investigation to see if you understand. Like, okay, how can I put this?
I'm proficient in either. It really doesn't matter, but it's just like
Arcana would be to pinpoint like what it does, what it is. You understand that it's resurrection. Investigation would be to understand if you know how to disarm it.
okay, 14.
It's hard. This sigil seems to be attached to him in some way, and you can't pinpoint exactly how. But with that being said, you do know with any arcane symbol that is drawn, if it is broken, so is the spell. As you get close, you hear him trying to as you get closer, he goes, "What is happening? Is Theo okay?"
I'll get close to him and I'll say, "Who did this to you?"
As you get close, he just goes, "Hard to tell. So much blood. So fast. Calmness. Decisiveness. Anger." He's just spewing different emotions of what he felt. He can't give you a description, but he goes, anger, dedication, hatred, hatred, hatred.
Are we just trying to get behind this person? Like, he's in a bit of a mess here.
Yeah.
So knowing about the sigils, would me like scratching it out with a dagger, because it said it was a wooden door.
Yeah, it's a nice hardwood door.
So if I was to start like scratching it out with a dagger to like break up the sigil, would that do it?
You can certainly try.
I'm gonna pull out my
Sleight of hand.
sleight of hand. Okay.
Mhm.
16.
Okay. You take your dagger, and you start to, as soon as you, again, it's precise work. You know this as an arcane person. You have to scratch just a little, like certain things. If you add a line that adds something to it, it could be something else. So you go and you rest your elbow on the door, just like try to scratch it, and right as you put a bit of pressure, you see the door not latch, just, and as it does, it just starts to pull his hands. Like, and you see his arm starts to stretch, and then his body tension just stops it from opening.
Can we see like if it's something that can easily, like if we can easily detach them from the door?
You can roll an investigation checker.
Okay. I'm just gonna go up and say, "I'm sorry, Randy. It's gonna be over," and I just decapitate him.
Erden's trying to figure out.
Yeah, Erden's looking at it. And what's your investigation, Erden?
It was 21.
Okay, so
I mean, he's dead anyways. Like, I just
So,
want his pain to end.
as Balder gets closer to Randy and says this, Balder, you hear it. As every step you get closer, because he's been repeating the word like hatred, hatred, and as you get closer, it gets more passionate. It gets more fueled. As you straight up coup de grace end this man's suffering, but Erden, you realize that the only way to really break this sigil would either be the way Baldur did it, or you would have to open this door and split him in half. So he's dead. As his head falls to the ground, his body limp. Bring him down, give him his last respects, and the door is there waiting to be opened.
And a mage hand push the door open. Just
You mage hand push, and after a certain point, your hand just vanishes and the doors.
that stupid
I'll-
anti-magic thing is still there, isn't it?
It
I'll
seems
go
to have been
and-
reactivated. As you push the doors open, the scene that meets your eyes is confusing, strange, and hard to wrap your head around. On the ground in the middle of the room is the Crimson Baron, the Baron of the land. He is unconscious on the ground, breathing. Behind the table, you see Dionysius Laramsis, Joaquin Camille, and Kay. The thing that's very strange here is that Dionysus seems powerless, as Joaquin is holding him by the throat. And Kay is standing. Pray to you, it's what will stand out. With your passive insight, which is probably low, but when it comes to your family, you were 40. You knew each other. Kay seems off. She's standing at attention. She is straight as a board. And Dionysus has the living shit kicked out of him. And Joaquin turns his head, looks at the men of the Gill and goes, "Well, fuck. Guess our little soiree was interrupted, wasn't it, Dio? Do it, Kay." And then she just slams her staff and just... A wall of force seems to appear. A shimmering force seems to appear between
So
guys.
she is able to cast a spell?
Seems to.
Counter spell?
Okay, roll for it.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
I would,
Oh, fuck.
let me find her. What is her? So
15?
15. Okay.
Actually, no, isn't
and
the...
it's-
oh, no, it's
it
more
would-
than 15. It's 18.
18. Okay, just give me a moment. 18. So what's the DC for that again?
I think it's 10 plus the
It'd be
spell's
the-
level.
Okay.
I
give
think
me a
Wall of
minute.
Force is 6th level. 5th or 6th?
I'll double check. Double check. And I'm not gonna be like, oh, she cast it at 7th. She
Because
just cast
it
Wall of
would have
Force.
it would have still failed because I rolled an 18.
You rolled an 18, yeah. So she goes to do it, and you just go, and you just see the. Never get a Wall of Force with you fuckers.
Now, men!
I'll run in.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
If I can, now that I'm inside the room, I'm going to try to cast Firebolt. Then,
At who?
as they're running at K. Magic user to
Okay.
magic user. Fuck this bitch.
Okay. Sure. So I will give you guys a round. Not a problem. So I'll give you all a turn.
Cool.
Actually, roll initiative. Be initiative.
Also, at this stage, is my detect magic still there or not?
I would say it ran out as you guys were trying to get Randy down.
Mystery
that's-
D20s.
We're just doing
don't
a
waste them yet.
round.
Okay.
Don't waste them yet, because yeah, it's 9:48. All right, so K is that. Camille is baby. What? I didn't say yes, baby. Alright. So, 14. Pray.
8.
8. Erden.
20.
What is it?
20.
What is your dex modifier?
3.
Okay, so. Okay, Balder.
14.
14. And Mr. Snow.
26.
26.
19 plus
Cool.
7.
You went before we got there.
Walking.
I was in the hall casting
Yeah.
fireball.
Oh, goodness.
So it is your go, Mr. Artemis. You want to attack K? Roll to attack K, my good sir.
That's a natural 20.
That hits.
20.
Double them dice, boy.
So that's a 30 to hit.
4d10.
Oh, sorry, 31 is her AC.
Okay, so 2d10, well, 4d10. Okay. So 15 on the first 2 rolls,
15.
and then 6 on the last. So 21 points of fire
21.
damage.
Cool. So that's 21 on her. So you shoot and you smoke her right in like the pectoral, and it's fire. It should hurt, and you hear the singeing of flesh as she just stands there and takes it, just straight faced, no reaction, like not cockiness, like I didn't feel it, just like no reaction. It is now Erden. What would you like to do?
Times like this, I regret not taking disarm and strike so I could shoot Joaquin so he can drop. Still, I'm gonna go towards fake Balder, and I'm gonna
Fake
shoot him.
Balder's with us.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna do sharpshooter and precision attack.
Okay.
Ooh, so close to a 20. 17 to hit.
17 misses.
I will. I will try again.
Pew, pew.
Okay, that should do it. 19.
19 hits.
Okay. I was like, I say that, I'm like, oh, maybe not. Is there anyone within 5 feet of him, or we didn't get
Not
there
from
yet?
you guys, no.
No. 20 damage.
20.
And
Damn,
I
that
will use my Whales of the Grave to. Actually, I didn't deal sneak attack. I can't do it. That's fine. And I'll use my bonus action to.
Is
That's
Dio
again.
is Dio conscious?
No, Dio is knocked.
Okay.
He's beaten to. Like, for a vampire that you guys have seen take some shit, he's beaten. He's roughed up.
And as I shoot him, I'll just kind of, not to like make it obvious, but I'll just say like, we might need a little help here. Just like if Daedra is around, so that he can hear us.
Daedra's in the roll. Don't worry. Just down there.
Fuck.
So that's your turn, Erden. Joaquin is gonna take his turn and go. Now, as much as I would love to squeeze
the life out of all you insignificant scrubs. I have my orders.
As he's backing away towards the prey, you've seen it. Towards the banister. Doors are open, and he's holding Laram's as he goes. Steps onto the ledge, looks at Balder and goes,
You may have chosen glory, brother. I will always choose power.
and he just drops down from the balcony. Out of sight. Balder, it's your turn.
Okay. So is Kay still just standing there?
Kay is just still as a statue.
Cool. Ignoring her. If I can get to the balcony, I'll get to the balcony and look over, see if I can see anything.
Okay, so as you like jump over the table and just run, like, do you have your swords drawn?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I just decapitated the dude, so.
Yeah, exactly. So you run to the edge of the banister. Just asking. Everybody else goes before Kay or Daedra. Do you guys want to follow Balder?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will say, like, Kay is not moving. She's still as a statue. And you run. Daedra, like, drops his invisibility because fucking Laramsis isn't there anymore. And you all run up to the banister. And when you get there, you all catch the tail end of something strange. Artemis and Prey know that this is a sunken city. The tides in here have been said by Laramsis and by in the books you read that it is dangerous to get into these waters. There is too much unknown. But as you see Joaquin just swan diving straight down, holding on to Laramsis tightly, and you just see a whirlpool open, and he gets sucked into it. What do you want to do, Men of the Gill? The whirlpool's still open.
I fully intended to jump before I looked. Just
Okay, so as you guys see this, you then see Prey. Like, as you guys are going, whoa, that's a big fall. You then see a purple blurs. I'm coming! Men of the Gill!
I'm right behind him.
Green blur. And the two voices of knowledge in this party.
I'll look at Daedra and I'm like, well, I guess that's where we're going.
As you look at Daedra is like looking at Kay going. He goes, I'll fix this. And he like points at the whole like kingdom. He goes, I'll get this under control and get this on our good graces. And it'll be here when you show up. Do what you have to do. Just come back.
I'll just stand on the side. I'm like, wish us luck, and I'll just kind of fall back.
Hey, Artemis, you've now known these people for 3 days. They are insane. They are crazy. And they all just took a fucking Assassin's Creed leap of faith. What are you doing?
I'm gonna, like, turn around, look at Daedra. Like, I've known him for, like, less than 12 hours. I'm just like, fuck. And I'm just gonna jump.
Except they all just jump. You just like take your wings and like guide yourself flying wise because you're like, I am smart, I understand physics. And as you guys all just pray, Balder, Erden, and then just final swan dive, Artemis, as you guys are in this riptide, it is strange. It is a tube of water that is just guiding you. You can breathe. It is not water like concealing you, and you can see Joaquin in the distance. And as he like He's holding on. He looks and he sees you guys, and I'll say pray you because you also just hear the water all around you. Pray you hear Joaquin yell, "I could use a little help here," and then a voice rings out. Faintly, you feel it reverberating through the water, and you hear it pray. You hear it before the path of water that you are on gets diverted. And you hear, "And I will help you. Bring me the key." And your water path that was following Joaquin is diverted, and you are shot straight down into these ruins. As you land on dry land, underwater, which is strange. It is dry in this ruined city. The middle of this ruined city. And pray that voice you heard. You've heard it a few times. Not as much as Brian. But you heard it. The last time you heard it would have been in that Illithid cave. As he emerged from a purple worm mouth.
Motherfucker.
Would seem that Frigate is also involved in this somehow. And that is where we will end my slaughter day.
I knew it.
You said a whirlpool. I was like, cunt.
I was like, okay, well, I don't know if I can reaction control water and be like, no, you don't.
I will, again, the only person who heard it because they were right behind them was Prey.
Mm.
You, especially that you were at the tail end, you have Balder and Erden Butt in front of you.
Ah, well.
I like what I see, boys.
That was a brain full of stuff happening.
Change the plans.
Thank you very much for watching, folks. I will remind you that we will be doing a giveaway for Men of the Guild posters, including Brian in the middle, very much in the center. We will be signing them as well when we reach 500 followers. So if we have anybody watching who is not currently following, feel free to follow. Other than that, is there anything to add, boys, before we find someone to raid?
Ooga booga?
Some Urger Burger?
Nay. Nay.
Ooga booga 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 booga.
There is Dungeons and Dippas.
I'm looking, I just
They're-
have a lot of...
They're playing D&D. They have a map. Good enough for me. Anybody else have something to say? Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Ooh. See you Monday and ooga booga, motherfuckers.
Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern.
Booga 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 booga. 5 seconds. Booga 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 booga.
Ooga booga.